Hello, welcome everyone. Today we are doing quadratic equations.
And it's the second part of it because we have already done one lecture on it. As I told you, there are four ways of finding the roots of a quadratic equations. We have completed the factorization method in the last class, but we haven't done some difficult level questions there. So only one question I'm going to do, and then as the name suggests, we will be starting completing the square method. Okay, now see this equation: x squared minus x minus 210. From here, the very first thing is, to avoid any confusion, you always have to start finding ABC. On comparing it with the standard equation, ax squared plus bx plus c, I'll find a equals 1, b equals negative 1, and c is equals to negative 210. It clearly tells me if a is 1, that means we can use that short trick. Next, I have to find two numbers. Their sum should be equals to b, which is minus 1, and their product should be equals to a into c, which is negative 210. I have to start thinking of the two numbers, but before that I have to decide few things. First thing is I have to decide the sign. This is my first number, this is my second number. If product is negative, I have two possibilities. One is negative, one is positive. But I have to decide which one is positive and which one is negative, and that I can decide by sum part. Sum is negative 1. My answer is negative. It clearly gives me idea that the bigger number is negative. So bigger number should be negative, smaller number should be positive. So I have decided the sign. Now I have to decide the numbers. To decide the numbers again, I have to start with the product part. 210. It's not very easy to find that quickly. So always start with finding the prime factors. So using the factor tree method, first thing is, which prime number can divide 210? Smallest prime number, I'll start with 2. This will give you 105. 105 now, it can't be divisible by 2. So we have to do the divisibility check of 3. 5 plus 1, 6. Yeah. If you don't know how to know, like a particular number can be divided by which number, you can refer the divisibility check or divisibility rule video. This will be by 3. 35. Now this will be divided by 5. So 5, 7. And this will be by 7 and 1. So what are the numbers? It's 3 into 2 into 5 into 7. I have to make pairs. If I make pairs, why I have to do it? Because I need to find the two numbers. Obviously, when you multiply them all together, you will always get 210. So this is 35, this is 6. Larger number negative, smaller number 6, it's not possible because minus 35 plus 6 will never give you negative 1. Make another pair. Let I take 5 into 2, 10, 7 into 3, 21. 10, 21. Larger number negative? No. Make another combination. 5 into 3, 15. 7 into 2, 14. I'm just mix matching it so that I can get my two numbers. So 7 into 2, 14. 5 into 3, 15. Larger number negative? Minus 15 plus 14 will give you negative 1, obviously. And if sum is negative 1, clearly that means two numbers are consecutive. So x plus 14, x minus 15 equals 0. From here, x1 is equals to negative 14 and x2 is equals to positive 15. So this is how you can solve any type of questions through factorization method if it's easily done by it. Now, let me see the next method, which is completing the square. It plays a major role because there are so many questions that can't be solved by factorization method easily, obviously. If something like the numbers have fractions or decimals, it's not possible at all. So in that case, we can go for either completing the square method or formula method. You will get the correct answer in both the cases. Here, in this lecture, we are doing completing the square method. Apart from solving the difficult quadratic equations, it helps us in finding the turning point of the curve without the use of graphical method. But since we haven't done the graphical interpretation, So I'm not going to tell you how to calculate the turning point in this lecture. So let me do one question. It's x squared minus x minus 210. It's the same question that we just did with the factorization method. Now let me see how can we solve it with the computing square method. When we use computing the square method, use the same format, the same formula, which is x plus b by 2 whole squared minus b by 2 whole squared plus c equals 0. Whether it's a factorization method, completing the square method, or the method that is quadratic formula that I'll teach in the next lecture, in all those, the first step that you have to do is write A, B, and C. It will help you a lot. A is 1, B is -1, and C is -210. Now we need to put these values, that's it. So put value of B, x minus 1 by 2 whole squared minus 1 by 2 whole squared plus C, -210 equals 0. So x minus 1 by 2 whole squared, when we square minus 1 by 2, we'll get plus 1 by 4. So minus 1 by 4 plus minus, whenever we open the bracket, the sign gets multiplied. So this is minus 210 equals 0. X minus 1 by 2 whole squared, same, when we open the bracket, expand the bracket, the negative, positive, or whatever the signs they get multiplied. So this will be minus 1 by 4 minus 210. Don't do this kind of mistakes. I have seen few of the students, they do like minus 1 by 2 whole squared will give them plus 1 by 4, because they think they are squaring. So they can square this one, they can square this one. Whenever they are squaring, answer is always positive. No, you are squaring this part only. That's why this will give you plus 1 by 4. Negative sign is outside the bracket, outside the square part. So that will remain as it is. And that's why answer will be minus 1 by 4 instead of plus 1 by 4. Now, let me solve minus 1 by 4 minus 210. This will give you -841 over 4. If you don't know, or if you're confused how to solve the fractions, you can refer the video of fractions. It will help you. Now I need to bring 841 by 4 over to the right hand side. So x minus 1 by 2 whole squared is equals to 841 by 4. Obviously, what I need to do, I need to calculate the value of x now. That means x is inside the bracket, there is a square over it, and I need to release that x to get the value of it. So I need to take the root to both the sides. On taking root to both the sides, I'll get x minus 1 by 2 equals plus minus root 841 by 4. Because whenever I take the root of something, I'll get two different values, plus and minus. So x minus 1 by 2 is equals to plus minus 29 by 2. When I take the root of 841 by 4, I'll get 29 by 2. So one value for x I'll get from positive 29 by 2, and another value of x I'll get with negative 29 by 2. So x minus 1 by 2 is equals to positive 29 by 2. I'm solving it here. This is the first, this is second, and here third continuation. So x minus 1 by 2, x is equals to 29 by 2 plus 1 by 2 will give me 15. x2 I'll get when I'll use negative 29 by 2. So x2 minus half is equals to negative 29 by 2. So x2 is equals to negative 29 by 2 plus half, which is minus 14. So the two values of x are x1 is positive 15 and x2 is negative 14. So this is how you can solve it with completing the square method. But mostly we use this one. Suppose there is a quadratic equation given to you and it's not mentioned how you are supposed to solve it. If it can be done easily by factorization, always go with it. If you can't do it, then we move on to the computing square method or quadratic formula method. Mostly, the next question that I'm gonna tell you, we use computing the square method in that. Let me see those questions. It's given as we have to convert x squared minus 4x minus 19 in the form of x plus a whole squared plus b. Then find ab. So what I need to do is, I need to do the same thing, writing the same formula, that is x plus b by 2 whole squared minus b by 2 whole squared plus c. Clearly, I can see why I need completing the square method to convert it in this format, because that can only give me this. Factorization won't give me this thing, obviously. So this is the only method by which I can convert this into this format. A is 1 here, B is negative 4 here, and C is negative 19 here. Now, just put the values. X minus 4 by 2 whole squared minus 4 by 2 whole squared minus 19. So x minus 2 whole squared minus 4 by 2 is negative 2, and negative 2 whole squared is positive 4. So x minus 2 whole squared minus 4 minus 19. X minus 2 whole squared, and this is minus 23. Clearly you can see we have brought this to this format, which is x minus 2 whole squared minus 23. Clearly looks like x plus a whole squared plus b. In this case, if I'm going to compare, I will find a is equals to negative 2 and b is equals to negative 23. I have taken a simple equation 2x squared minus 5x plus 3. Clearly, here x squared has a coefficient 2. That means if I'm going to compare, I'll find a equals to b equals negative 5 and c is equals to 3. And if a is not equals 1, so what we have to do, only one step you have to add, is that divide both the sides by 2. Why I am doing so? So that I can make the equation in a format of where a is equals to 1, because the whole process that I've cleared you needs a equals 1, and that's why I'm doing this. So dividing both the sides by 2, that means each and every term by 2, I'll get x squared minus 5 by 2x plus 3 by 2 equals 0. Now we can apply the same thing, that is use. So b is minus 5 by 2 divided by 2. If you are struggling with the fractions, you can refer the fraction video where I have explained how to add, divide, multiply, and do operators, dealing everything with the fractions, which is very important in every part of the question, in every part of the calculation. b by 2 is negative 5 by 2 by 2 whole squared, and plus c is 3 by 2. This can be written as x minus 5 by 4 whole squared minus 5 by 4 whole squared plus 3 by 2. Then what we have to do, we need to solve these two parts. I'll get x minus 5 by 4 whole squared minus 1 by 16 equals 0. Let me transpose 1 by 16 on right hand side. This will give me x minus 5 by 4 whole squared is equals to plus 1 by 16. Taking root to both the sides, I'll get x minus 5 by 4 is equals to plus minus 1 by 4. From here, x1 minus 5 by 4 is equals to 1 by 4. If I bring it here, it will give me answer as 3 by 2. And for x2 minus 5 by 4, and then I have to take negative 1 by 4. Bringing to there, I will get 1 as my answer. So two answers are 1 and 3 by 2. So this is how you can solve any equation. Now let me see if the same question was given that in this format. that this is a quadratic expression, you have to convert this in a format ax plus b whole squared plus c. So clearly you can see it's a completing square method. What I need to do is I need to take out 2 out as common. There we did the same thing, but it was equals to sign, so that's why it got compensated. Here I also have to do the same thing, taking out 2 out as common. The remaining expression will be x squared minus 5 by 2x plus 3 by 2. Then what I need to do, I need to focus here, and we have to do the same thing, same format. That means which same format? X plus b by 2 whole squared minus b by 2 whole squared plus c. So here if I write what is A is here 1, B is negative 5 by 2, C is 3 by 2. Taking out 2 as common, keep 2 outside as it is. X plus B by 2, that is minus 5 by 4 whole squared minus B by 2 whole squared, which is 25 by 4, and plus C 3 by 2. When I solve these two parts, I'll get x minus 5 by 4 whole squared minus 1 by 16. From here, what I need to do is now expand the bracket. When at the end, only the difference is I have to take out 2 as common, or whatever the number which is with your x squared out as common, and then at the very end, once we are done with all the solving part, we again have to expand the bracket. When I'll expand the bracket, 2 will get multiplied with it. So 2 times x minus 4 whole squared and 2 times 1 by 16. First I'll multiply it with this, then I'll multiply with this. So 2 times minus 1 by 16 will give me minus 1 by 8. So this is the final specified format in which I can get my answer. This is. And if I'm going to compare this one, I can say A is 2, B is negative 5 by 4, and C is negative 1 by 8. So these are all the types of questions. There are so many questions as well, but only these things you have to keep in mind. If some variations will also be there, you can easily calculate it, you can easily solve that as well. So you will not face any problem in that. That's it for today. You just have to practice factorization method. And again, I'll be saying that just practice these questions. Go to Akzsi app. You will find the worksheets there, answer sheets there. Practice those after watching these videos. If you want to purchase the videos on past paper, you just have to drop us an email on akzsiacademy@gmail.com, and we will be providing you the link and everything how you can purchase. And if you want to book one-on-one sessions or the group sessions, the live online sessions, you can drop us email as well. Every link is given in the description box. Take care. Stay tuned.